As always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Look, I get it. I did the same thing. I surfed around the internet looking for tips and tricks on streaming. And after a year of streaming, I realized that some of those tips are really bad. They're just not good. So let's take a few steps. Let's get some of these tips out of the way so you can avoid these bad mistakes, save some time, and do better with your streams. Terrible tip number one, using social medias to just blast your live link. This is a big no-no. A lot of people will get a Twitter set up, they'll get an Instagram set up, a TikTok, whatever, and that's all they do is share their live stream or clips of their live stream, only their live stream. You are not bringing value to another platform if that's all you are doing, because your value of being a live streamer is on Facebook Gaming or Twitch or YouTube. So if you're doing that on other places and that's all you're showing, you're not spreading yourself out there to catch other people's interest. And honestly, people on Instagram and Twitter are not interested in live streams. Some people are interested in finding interesting people. So if you can bring value to these other platforms, that's how you get people to come to your stream. If you got a kick-ass TikTok, or if you got a kick-ass Twitter, or if you're a lot of fun with Instagram, whatever it be, you will gain an audience on these other platforms. Then you can start funneling people to your live streams. Do not just share your lives. You can do it once in a while, but don't do it every day. Very rarely do it. And I guarantee you, you'll start focusing on these other platforms and building up audiences for those social medias. Once you have those audiences built up, then you can drive people over to your stream. And it does happen. It just takes some time. Tip number two, that just stinks. You need to be streaming all the time. Anytime you got, any extra time you got, you better be streaming, because if you're not streaming, people are streaming, taking over. You're not going to be the number one granddaddy of them all, or grandma. You don't need to stream all the time. As a matter of fact, it's counterproductive, especially in the beginning. Streaming all the time aimlessly doesn't build an audience for the streamer. If you're just playing a certain game, maybe it can work then because you're just bringing people in for gameplay only. But if you want to be a streamer that builds an audience for you, the streamer, break it down, find the best times that you can stream that fits with your schedule where you can be consistent. Consistency is the key here on any platform. And then allowing your audience to learn your schedule. Post your schedule, talk about your schedule, let people know at the end of your streams when you're going to be live next, and people will start getting used to your schedule, and they'll be there without having to be told by notifications or an algorithm. That's how we beat the algorithm on Facebook. And if you're on Twitch, where there is no algorithm, at least your audience knows roughly when you're going live, and you don't have to worry about their notification. They're already ahead of the game. See, the biggest reason for having the consistency of everything and not overdoing it with streaming is it gives you time to bring a better stream to your viewers. It gives you time to prepare content for your stream. Instead of just diving into a live stream with no real game plan, you can take time to think about it. I only stream 4 days, and each stream is roughly around 2 hours. That's it. That's all I got time for. In the time that I'm not streaming, I'm networking by talking with my community, managing my Discords, talking to groups, and networking with other streamers. That time is more valuable to my stream community than when I'm live. See, live is like the last step. Everything else around your live stream is where it counts the most. So don't feel like you have to be live all the time and you're going to miss out. That's a great mistake you'll make in the beginning because it's exciting. You think you need to just go, go, go. Really try to plan it out, and you'll see returning viewers. You'll start recognizing names in chat. Just be consistent. All right, the big stinky third tip that you're going to hear on these videos that I don't like. I don't like this one. Only pick popular games so you can grow your stream. This is a huge misconception because you don't want to play the most popular games and you don't want to play the nobody knows games. You want to pick something in the middle that gives you an actual chance to get recognition, to get viewership. See, the problem with picking the most popular one is you're going to get people that kind of come through your stream that are there for the gameplay only. And this is what happens. You'll see some numbers come through. You get a few more views this way, but you're never going to get like new commenters or new followers as often because they see 1,000 streamers a day playing the game that they like, and they fish through them. And honestly, it's kind of a saturated market. Those top games have tons and tons of streamers playing it, and they have more options. But if you pick the lowest of the low, well, then nobody's there to watch it either. You got to find an area where you can kind of stand out on your own, somewhere in the middle ground. Now, what that means to you could be completely different from somebody else, because if you like modern games, well, then you got to get kind of creative and figure out what you want to do. But hear me out here before you take this and run. If you happen to love the most popular games that are on the top, then just stick to it, because you're just going to be happier that way as a streamer. So if it's Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto or whatever it is, just know it's going to be a tougher road. You can find growth there, but that's where you need that funnel system more than anything else. If you're going to find a middle ground, a middle game that'll get you a little bit of a bump, take some time, experiment with this. If you're on Facebook Gaming, really give it time. You want to be playing and tagging a game for like 2 weeks and then looking at your numbers and deciding if it's getting you new people in the door. If it's not, maybe try a different game. Just don't jump game to game to game every single stream, because you're going to keep fishing, but the algorithm's not going to have time to catch up and really give you a boost. But you're going to find videos out there where YouTubers are going to tell you, you got to play the most popular games because that's where the people are at. Yeah, it's possible, but it's a hell of a lot harder. Let me know in the comments below if you actually heard these tips before, or maybe I even told these tips without fully explaining them, because I think that's really important. As a content creator, I feel like it's my job to at least have a little bit of research and development in my content that I bring to you guys, the viewer. And every tip video I've ever made had my own experiences to them, but I may have worded things poorly, or I didn't make things as clear. And no, not all these tips came straight from my own channel, but I'll tell you what, the first tip was actually from my own channel. I told you guys to make a funnel system to drive traffic to your stream, but I never actually explained not to blast your links. See, when you're thinking at that face value, you're like, oh, I got to just share my link and get it out there to everybody. No. See, I made the mistake here. I explained it poorly, and you'll find that from time to time. I don't think anybody makes these types of videos. Other YouTubers that make streaming tip videos, I don't think they intentionally want to mislead you. Just sometimes we think we probably put things together poorly. But if you appreciated this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. I do make weekly content. I'm making us all better streamers. These videos are inspired by my own mistakes and my own development on my own stream. If you guys ever want to talk live, my link is in the description below. Until next time, take care.